Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. Today, let's explore how to live in an airport. Well, not living in, it's called JFK Airport, turned into JFK. JFK, listen up everyone, I'm making this story up, okay? Okay, JFK used to be nothing. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, if there's pillows coming up in an airplane crash, that's like the explosion. Got everyone? Gotcha. So this place called J. Kennedy Airport in New York. Yes, so yes. Anyways, it started all in New York, Queens, New York, LaGuardia. Let's get rid of LaGuardia. We don't need LaGuardia in the show today. Anyways, JFK, Kennedy Airport, just New York, regular state. All it is, it was dirt. Dirt, what people celebrate, a fire truck and a bus. There's no airplanes yet, nothing. Just a fire truck and a bus, and even the old and new fire truck, everybody. I think so. Broken one too. And a Disney bus. Not that broken, but it's a bus. And this is like in the 1950s, yes. I'm sure there was a plane by then, but still, let's make clear there's no plane yet. But then one day, this happened to the state. Okay, so since they're afraid a little bit too much, this happened because they wanted to compete. Which one is the better, the fire truck or the bus? They did not know which one. So yeah, but then the fire truck ordered something that they were not expecting this to happen. The first ever airplane came out. That airplane was a mini underwater ship. So the warship, they made it. And there's water, a little bit of a stream on this, almost as close on the dirt. So they stopped the boat right here, took off the little plane, stopped there right next to the bus. I know it's so hard to see. Turned it, started shooting at the bus. Boom, 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 boom. After about 30 shots, they landed back on the ship. But what they not expecting? They were shooting fire. So, unfortunately, since the fires, the plane was exploding. But unfortunately, since the boat was right there, the boat got caught into that fire too. This is going to peel off. Sorry. And then this is what it looked like. But look, it was just like fire. Luckily, there was more fire trucks. Sorry, guys. I can't find the fire truck. So make room to see the fire truck. So the fire truck was nice enough to go save the fire. To show everybody they're the firemen. And they should be stressful. Oh, not the bus. Not the bus. So they competed. They killed everyone on that bus. They killed everyone on that boat. Unfortunately, okay, maybe I shouldn't say unfortunately, but what happened was they took away the drivers for doing that, killing people. To the police, the person went to jail, and the fire truck got towed away into the dump. Anyways, yeah, that happened. But then this happened that wasn't supposed to be. A broken Titanic came. So there's a little stream over there. From back here, what did it look like? From back here, what did it look like? From back here, it looked like, you can't see it. If you zoom in, So anyways, it was sailing. It lost the engine. I think this happened. It was about to explode. Boom! Shit! Boom! 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 Beep! Do 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 do. Meow 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 meow. Unfortunately, there was no fire truck to save them because all those fire trucks were fired. The only person that was going to save them is this police officer. He stole the fire. He would have stole the fire truck, but it was thrown in the dump. This is it. Go fire truck, you're done. Boom. Beep. And then, unfortunately, it started to spread and went over the police officer and started to spread even more across New York. And this whole living room in New York. And before you knew it, as soon as you clear all that smoke, North American, it would be gone. See what I mean? Then as soon as they started to put out the fire, they noticed that every little piece of everything was gone. Nothing to do about it. They had no choice. The only thing they didn't know what to do was this part of Queens. This track was in Queens, and they don't know what to do now. Now, it's in 1930. Now we're going into the 1950s. Now we're in the 1950s, and they were thinking about something because they saw a plane. Because they don't even know what a plane is. All they thought about was boats and boats and boats. But what they didn't know was that they were going to make it. They didn't know was that they're making an airport. They would say that JFK will be the first ever airport. But they were thinking, how are we going to have an airport if they can't even fly anywhere? They made several airports and they finished it by They finished it by 1980s. Now in the 1980s, we had every airport and every single... Hi again. Beep! State and country. So next, they just need an airplane. But they were thinking this. They were still thinking just a normal warplane and no passenger planes. Boats is good. I did not understand what I can do. This is not what I wanted. Unfortunately, that little piece, the little plane, is what their first thing would ever be. No passenger planes yet. They weren't even thinking about a passenger plane. But someone suggested it. They suggested, yo, what about a passenger plane instead of a warplane? No. Not a passenger plane. Boats are supposed to be what it is. Boats forever, and that's what we should keep. Boats, and we should have warplanes for wars. Just like that war that we had to won again. We don't know, but we don't care about that, okay? Yeah, just boats, okay? Listen up, the Titanic must have sunk, but how about we make something big? A cruise ship, maybe. What's a cruise ship? A ship that carries over 200 passengers. How many passengers in total? 45 million. We can't do that. Okay. What about 3,075 passengers? We can do that. Great. And what about the warplanes? Are you ever going to make something called passenger planes? We'll see about that. I like that. Right. So the warplanes are going to have 1 or 2 passengers, about those, 1 or 2 people. 1 pilot and 1 co-pilot. Okay. What's a pilot? A pilot is what they use. So pilot technically, the pilot is like you pull the lever and they control the plane and they pull it up and stuff. But the co-pilot, if they sleep, they have to control the plane. Now what happens if there's a crash? Well, if there's ever a crash, they pull it. They turn the plane. The warplanes can go upside down. If we make a passenger plane, we don't want passengers to think that they're going to go upside down and it feels like crushing. Just like a boat. When the boat goes upside down, they're crushing, right, technically. Okay, fine. But what happens if the warplane people think that they're crashing? We'll explain to them and we'll offer it to them. Okay, I guess. But what happens if they really do crash? Well, if they feel like they're upside down, but they're actually crashing, I don't really know what's going to happen. Then we might have a big explosion. Alright, I guess. But maybe one day we'll have a passenger plane. Alright, maybe one day. Thank you very much. Perfect. See, that was a big talk, right, everyone? But the thing is, they still haven't made a plane until 1987. The first plane came out. It was a warplane. Here it is. Now you might be wondering, what has been going on? Passengers and people have been going on boats and boats and boats. Here we go. The plane. The warplane. Okay, everyone. It took 7 years to make, but the real question is, can it fly? Yes, several people, about 40,000 million people said no. I'm just joking. About 256 people said no. One said yes, and another one said yes for a co-pilot only. So the plane took off. But on the first flight, this happened. Woo! This is just like a roller coaster. Woo! Woo! Wait a second. I don't know how to fly. What's that? Stall. What the heck is stall? Oh, I think they heard stall. I forgot to mention what stall is. Stall, 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 stall. Done.